Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Ali and in today's video we are talking Brahmas and in particular Brahma winter care. So in general, Brahmas are actually really tolerant of the cold. They are extremely cold hardy birds with their big bodies, thick feathers and pea combs. They are incredibly well adapted to deal with the cold. However, there are still some things you need to look out for when looking after Brahmas in the winter time. So it's really important, as with any chicken, that at night in the coop you keep the coop nice and dry. Have a thick layer of bedding and make sure that there's plenty of ventilation in order to keep them dry and well ventilated. A dry chicken is a warm chicken basically, and this is true of any breed, not just Brahmas. Now with Brahmas, they have those lovely feathery feet which are great for keeping them warm, but if you live in an environment that gets quite wet and muddy and can get below freezing conditions, then it's a really good idea to try and avoid the amount of time your chickens have in contact with mud, trying to reduce it completely wherever possible. I normally put down wood bar on the floor so that it reduces their contact with mud, and the reason for this is if they get their feet feathers all muddy, the mud can actually clump up against their feathers, and then if it goes below freezing, especially at night, then that mud will then freeze, and because it's actually clumped onto their feathers and near their feet, they can actually get quite bad frostbite from that. So you want to avoid that as much as possible. If your chickens are getting covered in mud during the day, before they go to bed at night, if it is going to be freezing temperatures, you're going to need to clean that mud off and get their feet dry. It's really important, because if you don't, your chickens are likely to get frostbite, which is very painful and not very nice for them at all. So yeah, the most important thing to keep the Brahma's feet clean and dry, especially if it goes below freezing. If you live in an environment where there's lots of snow, again, same thing. If they get snow clumped up on those feathers, you're going to need to remove that, because at night when it freezes, it can potentially cause all kinds of problems for your chicken. So the best thing for chickens in the winter time, regardless of whether you have Brahmas or any other breed of chicken, is keep them dry. That is more important than providing them with extra heat, is to keep them dry. Make sure that your coop is watertight and dry, and that there's plenty of ventilation in there, because if moisture builds up in the air, it can lead to all kinds of problems for your chickens. Okay, so apart from that, they are quite cold hardy. As I say, Brahmas actually even lay in the winter time. They actually prefer the winter, they prefer the cold, but at the same time, yeah, you do need to be careful around those chickens' feet, because that is where a problem can start to occur. So I hope you found this video interesting or informative, and I will see you in another one soon. Goodbye for now.